Hello, and welcome to Aviation 101 with Laura. I'm excited to be back with another video, there's been a bunch, about Task C, weather observations, analysis, and forecasts. This is my ongoing series where we are talking through a simulated aircraft dispatch oral exam where I'm asking questions like an examiner might and then giving potential answers, like hopefully you are, so that you can practice. And I also have a version that's available with no answers so that you can just practice and pretend it's like your exam. Again, disclaimer, I cannot predict what your oral is going to be like. No idea, but I am just trying to help you by talking through various scenarios and questions that you might get asked relating to this task. Now, before I get into the video, I just want to announce that I turned on channel memberships from YouTube because people have asked before, like, how can you support the channel and my work? And have asked about Patreon and this kind of thing. I don't have Patreon. I looked into this. Actually, I found it seems that for what I do as a content creator, that YouTube memberships, channel memberships would be a better option. Let me serve you guys better. So you might want to check that out on my channel. I will put a link in the video description how you can join, but basically you will get videos immediately available once I publish them. You don't have to like wait for my bi-weekly or weekly posting schedule. And even more cool, maybe, we are going to be having monthly member live streams for members only where we can interact. It is going to be once a month and all the details are on my channel, but it's a live stream that we can directly interact. And I hope that that is enjoyable to you guys. So, and there's some other perks, but check it out on my channel. So yeah. Okay, without further ado, we're going to continue with Task C, which I got into the last time, and we got through a lot of this, so check out the other two videos that I was talking about, but we did not get into NOTAMs, we did not get into field condition reports, volcanic ash advisories, Airmets, some prog charts, some low-level significant weather prog, but that's where I'm going to be focusing on with this video here. So, okay. Let's start with field condition reports. Again, I'm just going to be the examiner, but I will show you how to find a field condition report. You're going to find it in the FAA's NOTAM search. How I found an airport that would have a field condition report is I just looked at aviationweather.gov to look at where there's current precipitation happening and then picked a largish airport in that area. So today happens to be some precipitation going on in and around Birmingham, Alabama. So I just searched for Birmingham when I do the little location search. But so let me go ahead and I will now pretend to be the examiner. I'm going to go down this very big list of NOTAMs. We'll talk about multiple ones of these. But here we have a couple of field condition NOTAMs. And we will be talking through these. So yeah. So tell me about field condition NOTAMs. What are those issued for? Okay, so read this first field condition NOTAM for Birmingham. What would it be for a FICON code if the runway had nil braking? Okay, would you dispatch a flight to a runway with nil braking? Okay. All right, let's read some other NOTAMs here. How about this one? Same for Birmingham, and then we'll look at another airport. Tell me about this NOTAM here. Okay, tell me about this NOTAM here. What about this? Okay, here's another NOTAM for Birmingham, Alabama. Let's talk about this NOTAM. Tell me about this one. Okay, so that was a lot of questions about NOTAMs. I would honestly expect even more questions about NOTAMs. So make sure you know how to read your NOTAMs, like the valid times, what most of the abbreviations mean in the NOTAM, and be able to read those NOTAMs. It's extremely important. And in my experience in the past, I've had students who didn't know their NOTAMs that well, and then their dispatch oral did not go all that well. Okay, so now let's talk about another item that is on that list, and that is volcanic ash advisories. So I will link to this so you can look at these too, but this is the current list of volcanic ash advisories going on. So I just looked at this volcano here in Mexico. So let us take a look at this and we'll ask some simulated oral questions about this. So what is a volcanic ash advisory or a volcanic ash warning? What is that about? Let's look at some other weather information. So we have Prague chart. What is the Prague chart about here? Okay, so what is all this yellow here that's in like western Iowa? What about all this gray stuff up here in North Dakota? Let's look at the low-level significant weather Prague chart. Trying to get a good one. Okay, so what is this chart about here? Okay, what is this area here in Texas with the orangey and Oklahoma with the outline? What's that? Okay, what is all this bubbled blue area here? Okay, what are this line that is going like through the middle of Montana? Okay, what about the red? What is that? Let's talk about Airmets. Okay, so Airmets, what are Airmets about? I'm gonna load this so we can see it. Okay, so read this Airmet for me. What about this one? All right, so I think that we have basically gone through pretty much everything I can think of to really go through on this list, besides saying that you do need to know your weather, and your examiner is likely going to give you scenario-based questions having to do with the flight plan you're assigned to plan for your practical test. So make sure you are really hitting the books for the weather. Check out my other content regarding aviation weather. Check out my courses on my website. If you join as a channel member, you get a special discount code for the online courses. Love to see you guys signing up so you get first access and the live streams and input into videos that I have upcoming topics and just supporting my work and helping other aviators and aviation professionals. Thank you for watching Aviation 101 with Laura. Have a fantastic day.